IT is complicated. It's easy to focus solely on the technical problems at hand, resolving tickets, managing projects, and pushing code to production. However, one of the most overlooked tools in our toolkit is compassion. Let me share two stories that highlight why compassion matters in IT. Jessica, not her real name, is a longtime friend of mine. She's a successful executive, a single mom, actively involved in her community, and by all accounts, a truly decent person. On the surface, Jessica has it all together. But as I recently discovered, she's been battling serious mental health challenges. Then there's Daniel, also not his real name, another close friend. Daniel has run a small business for more than 20 years, employing 8 people and earning deep respect in his industry and community. From the outside, he seems like the picture of success. Yet, due to losing his 2 biggest clients, through no fault of his own, his business is now teetering on the brink of collapse. What these two have in common is that they kept their struggles hidden. To an outsider, Jessica and Daniel appeared perfectly fine. When asked how they were doing, they'd smile and say, "Great." But beneath the surface, they were anything but. Their stories remind me of a line from the movie St. Vincent, where Bill Murray's character often says, "You don't know me at all." At first glance, Vincent appears unsavory, rude, and disrespectful. But as the film unfolds, we see the layers of his humanity. He's more than just his flaws. He's a complex person shaped by pain, love, and loss. This concept applies to everyone we encounter, especially in the workplace. IT professionals often interact with angry clients, demanding stakeholders, or unreasonable colleagues. It's tempting to label them as difficult and move on. But what if there's more to their story? In IT, we pride ourselves on solving problems, but what about the human problems that underlie technical issues? When a frustrated customer berates you for a system outage or an overwhelmed project manager lashes out during a meeting, it's easy and understandable to react defensively. But pausing to consider their perspective can change the dynamic entirely. Imagine this. The customer who's upset about downtime might be managing a critical project with a tight deadline. The colleague who seems irritable could be juggling a personal crisis at home. Their behavior may not be excusable, but it becomes more understandable when viewed through the lens of compassion. Compassion doesn't just make us better colleagues, it makes us better problem solvers. When you approach interactions with curiosity instead of judgment, you uncover the real issues faster. That customer who's venting might reveal the specific pain point you need to address. That colleague who's stressed might benefit from an offer of support or a simple, "How can I help?" This isn't just about being nice. It's about creating a culture where people feel safe to be honest about their challenges. In an industry where burnout is rampant and mental health struggles are often hidden, fostering compassion can be transformative. Jessica and Daniel's stories also taught me an important lesson. We never know the full story. Years ago, I had a grade school teacher who was mean and defensive. For a long time, I carried resentment about the way she treated me and other students. But a friend reminded me you don't know what she was going through. That doesn't excuse her behavior, but it gave me a way to let go of my anger. The same principle applies in our professional lives. The next time you're dealing with a difficult client or colleague, take a moment to consider, what might they be going through? How would your response change if you knew their story? Here are 5 ways to practice compassion in your day-to-day IT interactions. 1. Pause before reacting. When someone's behavior seems unreasonable, take a deep breath and resist the urge to react defensively. 2. Ask open-ended questions. Instead of assuming, ask questions like, "Can you tell me more about what's going on?" or "How can I help?" 3. Practice active listening. Really listen to what the other person is saying without interrupting or planning your response. 4. Check in with your team. Regularly ask your team members how they're doing and make it clear that it's safe to share challenges. 5. Remember your own humanity. You're not perfect either. Recognize that you too have moments when you're not at your best. Compassion doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, but it does mean acknowledging that everyone has struggles. In IT, where we often deal with high-stress situations, leading with compassion can improve relationships, reduce conflict, and ultimately make us better at what we do. Next time you encounter a challenging person, remember, you don't know their full story, but you have the power to make their day a little better. In fact, here's a bonus tip from international concert organist Anna Lapwood. She commented once that when she's having a bad day, she looks for ways to improve the day for others. She discovered that helping others have a better day just naturally improves her day. Remember, you don't know what others are going through. Cut them some slack. Compassion matters in IT and everywhere else. Be sure to press the thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel. Want more? You'll find tips and training on IT customer service, teamwork, and leadership at CompassionateGeek.com.